Hello, my name is Bill. I'm trying to get everyone to understand that the Earth is basically a clock. They're using it as a map, but it's also doubling as a clock because the gods gave us maps, they gave us clocks, they gave us time. And what everybody understand, these are lines on these maps. They're not degrees. A protractor has degrees. Forget about minutes and seconds. This protractor goes down to 1 degree and then it goes to 1/2 of a degree. They've been using minutes and seconds. You can break down, like on a ruler, you can say it's 1/2 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, 1/32 of an inch. You can use decimals. All this is making lines smaller. They've created lines so we can locate things on this earth. I'm trying to get people to understand. This is 360 degrees around this clock. This clock goes clockwise. There are 3 hands on this clock. There's a second hand, an hour hand, and a minute hand. The earth, this clock, this is the direction of the sun. The sun is what makes this clock work. The time, the sun go together. This would be the sun in the wintertime traveling here on top of the earth and then underneath the earth for 12 hours, on top for 12, and then the opposite. This is your seasons. This would be the winter seasons. This red would be the summer seasons. This is the sunrise, the sunset over the earth, underneath the earth. You can use a clock 360 degrees. This disc is 360 degrees. I have put, this blue is the 360 degrees. It rotates clockwise. These lines are all straight. On the outside is the degrees. You don't really use degrees when you tell time. You don't say it's 15 degrees after 0. You say it's 1 o'clock. You can have a 24-hour clock. You can have a 12-hour clock. This would be the 12-hour clock on the outside. This would be the USA, Europe and Asia, Australia, South America, Africa. This is what we're looking at when we look at these maps. This is a ball. It doesn't matter what kind of ball you use, a big one, small one, medium, it doesn't matter. What they've done with this is they created 360 degree lines all around, and you can go the other way, 360 degree lines. I'm not going to put every line on here. If we start at the prime meridian, and this is where everybody's getting confused, this would be your prime meridian. The problem is the prime meridian rotates 360 degrees, and if you look at the prime meridian on the other side, it's our international date time, or whatever you want to call it. This is where we supposedly change times. It's the same sun for everybody. We have different time zones, not because we need to. This is what the gods did. They created our earth, they created our maps, they created our times, our clocks. If you compare this international time zone, it's actually right here on the east. It's also right here on the west. You cannot connect this international time zone because you're connecting west and east. That's impossible. That's why a ball doesn't work. That's why this globe doesn't work. You have an east and a west, and it's separated again by the north and the south. If you look at this ball and you start at the prime meridian, you have 2 options. You can start every 15 lines, not degrees. Remember, these are 15 lines to get to this point. You'd have your 24-hour clock, 1 all the way through 24. Now, if you skip to this line, this second line, this is 30 times from this 0 line. Now you have a 12-hour clock. This would go, this bottom point would be 12 hours. You'd have to rotate this twice for the way they're trying to say that we rotate 360 degrees every 24 hours. But then we have another problem we have to address. Remember, we're talking 1 day. Remember, this does not rotate itself. It's the clock that rotates. It's the sun that rotates. And this also has, if you rotate 60 times, 360 degrees, which the second hand does. You can see the second hand is traveling 360 degrees in 1 minute. There are 60 minutes every hour. You'd be rotating, I believe it's 21,600 times. The Earth doesn't rotate that many times. And that's just the second hand. And you have the hour hand. The minute hand. So, I hope everybody understands that we have a clock right here on this map. It's right around here. You can see it go all the way around. That would be our clock. Just like this. We're looking down. And remember, above us is a dome. You can't keep going. This would be the dome right here. This is what was on top of us. If you're outside the dome, you'd be looking down on the Earth just like this. This does not work. These maps, we would have to go and get together with a cartographer and create a map just like this, which has already been done with the UN. I've showed you those round maps. That's all we have to do. We can create our own map. If we get rid of religion, we get rid of science, we might have a normal society. And all our actors, which I've done videos on our actors, they're taking over our government and our media and our schools. They're teaching our children all these lies. And it can go on, but I don't think as humans have been on this earth. We need land ownership. We need water that comes from our toilets, from the toilet to the tap. These are all things that we should be discussing instead of arguing with these stupid actors. I'm willing to sit down. I don't have a computer. Diana's going to be doing my debates or whatever. I need to debate anybody, any religious person or any scientist who thinks I am wrong with any of this information I've been giving you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for anybody. So thanks.